Alrighty, we are live and in living color. Welcome to another fantastic episode of This Week in Reselling, where we interview special guests each and every week from different walks of life in the reselling world. Here we'll discuss the highs and lows of reselling and dive into great conversation. We are positive that you are going to hear something that is going to help you become a better reseller. I'm your host, Ray, and I am joined today with, right next to me, my co-host Dustin for the first time, long time, first time. But as you can see, guys, we're in the new podcast space. We do have some, what do you call it, Dustin?
Conflicting color scheme.
Conflicting color scheme. As you can see, if you're listening to this, if you come over to the YouTube side, we do have a new. Dustin is here right next to me. I'm actually touching him.
Yes, we're within arm's reach.
Within arm's reach. But we're behind a green, literally like a green wall, and we're wearing green shirts. So
we didn't think about that.
We didn't think about that. So the podcast space is definitely going to have to, a little bit at a time, right, Dustin?
Small steps.
Small steps. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Small
But
steps.
guys, Dustin, I'm super excited about today.
Oh, yeah. It's our first show in here.
It's our first show in here, and then we have a great guest. We have Karen, a.k.a. Treasures of Gold, joining us for the first time ever.
Woohoo!
Karen, how are you doing today?
Great. Today's a great day.
Speaking of great days, if for the people that may not know, Dustin, today is actually Karen's birthday.
Oh,
It is my birthday.
Karen's 21 years old. Today.
Yeah, forever.
Forever. So, thank you all so much for joining us live here. And Karen, thank you so much for joining us on your Sunday evening on your birthday. When you told me it was your birthday, I'm like, hey, let's reschedule. If you still want to do it, I'm down for that. But I just want to make sure that you have a good time on your birthday.
It is a good time.
So, Dustin, don't let her down.
Yeah, don't let me down.
Don't let her down. And Karen even came. Look, she's even wearing green too.
Hey.
I came prepared.
She came prepared for sure. So, Karen, I'm super excited to have you. I've been kind of stalking you on Instagram. I don't know if you know this or not, but what? A little bit of a stalker. But on your reels, especially because you have this, as you can see, the people that are coming over on the YouTube side, she has this amazing plush wall. Your inventory room, Karen, is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, the way that you pick out what's selling, and you have some stuff like on your mirror and on your dresser, and then all the different plush. It's super cool. So for the people that may not know you, Karen, and I know that I think you just do Instagram as of right now, but tell us a little bit about you. Let us know what platforms you like to sell on, and how you became a reseller.
Yeah, so I sell exclusively on eBay. Well, I shouldn't say exclusively. eBay and Facebook Marketplace are my two platforms, and I've been doing this just for a little over a year. I think it was April of last year that I really kind of dove into it. As far as Treasures of Gold goes, I had no idea that plush was going to become my thing, or I probably would have incorporated that into my name. I've always been kind of into treasure hunting. I remember when I was a kid, I would go fossil hunting with my dad. And so just trying to find a cool thing somewhere was always kind of my interest. And then I've kind of gotten into armchair treasure hunting, which for a lot of people who probably don't know, there are legitimately rich people throughout probably the world, but specifically here in Utah, there's a couple guys who every summer they hide a treasure chest full of cash. So that was actually found this morning here in Utah, 20 minutes from my house. Wish it was me, but it wasn't me. So treasure hunting has always kind of been a thing I've been interested in. So I wanted treasures in my name. And then I don't know. I didn't realize that thrift flipping was something that people legitimately did for jobs. And I really have American Arbitrage to thank. His reels just came up in my Instagram feed one day, like I said, April a year ago. and I recognized it because it was the same thrift stores I go to, like, in my town. And I was like, "What?" I was like, "That, like, I know where that is." And then I just, like, got addicted and started watching them. And before that, I actually, like, again, before I realized it was a thing people did for a job, I was occasionally going to thrift stores and finding jeans, like, specifically a lot of them were like American Eagle jeans, and I was paying like $6 to $8 for them and then selling them on Facebook Marketplace for 15. Like, the margins were horrible. And I just was like, "Oh my gosh, like, I can make a couple bucks doing this." Totally was, just not good at it at all. But then I saw American Arbitrage selling, toys and just all kinds of different things. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, this looks amazing. Like, I'm going to go to the thrift store and I'm going to find some stuff." So that's really how it kind of all came about.
That's awesome. And how long you said? I forgot the year that you said you.
Yeah, last year, April.
Last year, so you're relatively. That's how you say that, right, Dustin?
Fresh meat.
Fresh, yeah.
Fresh reseller.
Relatively new to the reselling space.
Oh,
And
yeah.
You have Dawn and Carrie both to thank for.
Yep.
It's funny, the more and more that Dustin and I, we have these interviews with different resellers, how much Carrie and Dawn have influenced like a new generation of people that would never have resold until recently. And I just came up with a new term, Dustin.
Yeah, what's that?
I'll call you guys Carrie's kids.
Carrie's
Carrie's kids.
That's so funny.
The ones,
like it.
That you saw, because Carrie's got like 1 billion followers on
Oh, yeah.
TikTok. So yeah.
Too
But
funny.
let me back up a little bit, Karen,
Yeah.
because Armchair.
Yes. So I'm pretty sure it's called Armchair Treasure Hunting. And I say that because, so specifically in Utah, the people who hide the cash in Utah, it's always on a hiking trail. It's always on a free hiking trail. I've been on one hike since they started this. And when we went on the hike, I knew it wasn't going to be the hike where the treasure was hidden. But so the Armchair is like, you do all this research from home to try to figure out where they hid it. They set out a poem each year. So they hide the chest and then they come up with a poem, like a riddle, and it ends up being a map to where the treasure is.
Oh, okay. That makes a little more sense. Because Dustin, I was thinking it was like literally like armchairs, like legit, because some of the armchairs flip for really good money.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, but okay, so I'm really trying to understand this concept. So a bunch of rich people get together and collect money, and then they put it somewhere in the state of Utah.
Yeah.
As like a treasure, and then people get a poem, and then from there they like hunt it down. And is it like an every year thing?
Yeah, so it's 2 guys here in Utah. Their names are John and David. But they do a lot of real estate, and I mean, I don't know. They're wealthy. I mean, they also get sponsors that help them out. But then, yeah, so they started this in 2020 to try to get people outdoors during the pandemic and to get people doing things. And so every summer it's kind of increased. This year was $25,000. Half of it they put in the chest, and then they have like micro cameras around the chest so they can like see when someone's going to find it. But they hid they hide them the end of May. And so this was the longest hunt, I guess, for the summer. And it took, 51 days. Today was 51 days. And someone from Iowa drove here 3 times, and they found it. So not even a local found.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Go to Utah next year.
Maybe.
Yeah.
How much money was it?
So inside the chest was probably 12.5 grand, and then once you contact them, they give you the other 12.5. So 25,000 for this one.
Oh wow, that's amazing. So yeah, that's wow. Well, we'll get into more of that treasure. We'll get into your treasure finds, your gold finds here in a little bit, Karen. But let's say hi to some people in the chat, the supporters of This Week in Reselling podcast. We have our good friend Amanda, Fireball Flippers, and it was actually Amanda's birthday the other day, Dustin.
Well, happy belated birthday.
There you go. There you go. And we have Kristen and Real Squirrel. Good to see you. And Elaine? How do you say that, Dustin? Happy
Elaine.
birthday,
I don't know
Karen.
how to say that
Eileen?
last
Oh,
name.
thanks, Eileen.
Eileen? It might be
I would
Eileen.
say Eileen.
but last
Eileen. I'm
name,
sorry.
I
So,
got it.
and we have I'm a Resell It is in the building, and he says that my audio is a little low. Let me know if the audio is now better. I'm a Resell It. So, Ancient Omelet says, happy birthday, plush bestie. You totally deserve the spotlight, Karen. So, is this like a group, like a do I have to worry about like a plush mafia,
You
like a
You
gang?
might. No, I think you don't have to worry about it from here, but if you want a plush mafia, I highly would suggest you do not get into a Squishmallow Facebook group. They're dangerous.
Oh,
They are
is that
dangerous.
still a thing? Are Squishmallows still a thing?
I get it.
They are dying.
They're dying.
I mean, we'll probably talk about it, but some of my highest plush sales have been Squishmallows, but it's been quite a while.
Okay.
So.
So let's see. Let's keep saying it. Let's Do Lunch podcast is in the building, sending you big support from Facebook. Thank you so much. And we have Yosef. Where does she find her stuff at Goodwill, estate sales, units, or garage sales? That is actually a great question. And if anybody has any questions for Karen, make sure you put them down in the chat, and we'll try to get to those to the best of our ability. So, Karen, where do you find all your gold?
I predominantly like just thrift stores. I sometimes garage sales. This summer has been really dry for me personally here at garage sales. I like thrift stores, and I think more than anything, it's because I kind of like to just do my own thing and fly under the radar and kind of get in, get out. I don't know. I feel like garage sales, I'm being watched, and the concept of storage units really is interesting to me, but I have not dabbled in that at all.
Okay. Yeah, that would be interesting. So not a garage sale person.
I still try to go to some, but I don't know. It's hard for me.
Do you guys have them like all week around?
No. And
No?
like,
Just
I
like
feel
Friday
like
and
here in
Saturdays?
Utah too, it's like only Saturdays. Like Sundays
Yeah.
is such a tough day for anyone to do anything here. Really.
Okay, nice. We have let's see here. Grams and Pops Vintage is in the building. Good to see you. And Yosef wants to know what your YouTube channel is.
Have not dabbled in YouTube. It's just too much. I'm part-time.
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 So you do have a full-time job, Kristen?
I am just
Full-time mama.
Yeah, full-time mama.
I get that for sure,
Mhm.
for sure. Yeah, that's always, we always have people on that are either full-time or part-time. I mean, we both are part-time putting in full-time hours.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where people with kids, people with a family, to get that, like, how do you manage all that time? And you have two little ones that are the same age. So,
Mhm.
like, let's just dive right into it, Karen. Like, for my
Yeah.
mama with, like, how do you manage, like, how do you do that? I think it's, like, incredible when anybody that ever, raises kids and does eBay and stuff. It's a lot of work.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, lots of tears, definitely. No. I actually used to work part-time in a retail store, and I quit that. I work there about once a month now, but I quit that last July after I kind of realized I could make the same part-time money doing this. So as far as that goes, I kind of have, my husband works, not 9 to 5, but he works a weekday job. And so when I do go to the thrift store, it usually has to be either weekends or in the evenings. And I just kind of have figured out my routine, which is I take pictures during the day. I try to when my girls are having quiet time, which is not really a quiet time anymore, but I try to. So I take pictures and then kind of just edit them throughout the day. And then it's really like the evening when I'm like winding down, watching TV or going on a walk or whatever, that I'll list stuff. So I don't know. It kind of took a while for me to figure out my routine and all that, but it's not always easy. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Twin girls.
I mean, Dustin's kind of fallen into that too, because he recently had, how old is your youngest now, Dustin?
4 months.
4 months old. So like now it's getting a little bit harder with the 4-year-old than the 4-month-old, right? Yeah. So that, I mean, so let's say hi. We have Junk Monkeys in the building. Good to see you, Junk Monkey, Rob. We have the Slim Flippers is in the building. They also have a podcast, so make sure you check them out. And Yosef wants to know, how do they connect with you if they have any questions, Karen?
So my Instagram is probably the best way, and it's just Treasures of Gold with no spaces.
There you go. And guys, we do have Karen's Instagram linked down below in the description, so check that out for sure. She has amazing reels, so you're not going to regret it one bit. And we have 365 Vintage Hunter. Good to see you. Glad you're here. We have Lilac Seller. What's up, Meg? Good to see you. Grams and Pops Vintage says, a reseller without a YouTube channel. I didn't know that was an option. It's so much less work that way. I know. I mean, we resold 2 years before we decided to start a YouTube channel.
It was we were doing this for 2 years. We were doing Instagram before we did YouTube.
Exactly. And then finally we're like, let's start a YouTube channel. So here we are, Karen. And let's see here. Commonwealth Picker says, a lot of work for the kids. We'll see. Kevin likes to put his kids to work.
Okay.
So, and that's
I will
fine.
One day.
When
they're a little older,
yeah,
I will.
For sure, for sure. So let's see here. Slim Pickers has a great question, and we'll get into that question here in a little bit, Dustin. So we'll get into that for sure. So what's up, Ping? Good to see you. Glad that you were here. So Karen, now that we know a little bit about you, let's get to know a little more about you with our first segment of the show, and that's Overrated, Underrated, where we give you 10 different subjects, and in your opinion, you let us know if they're overrated or underrated, okay?
Sounds good.
All right. So before we get into that, we do want to give a shout out to a sponsor of the podcast, and that's our good friends over at My Reseller Genie, the accounting and analytics solution for all resellers, Dustin. So if you're bad with numbers, like Dustin is,
I'm terrible.
He needs his toes and his hands both to count. So this is what you need to keep up with your finances as a reseller. It integrates with eBay, Poshmark, and a bunch of other great reselling platforms. And Dustin, did you know that if you use the code Nashville Flippers in all caps, you can get 15% off your first month?
That's a deal.
That's a deal, baby. So thank you so much for My Reseller Genie for sponsoring the podcast. So Karen, let's get down to the nitty gritty here. Overrated, underrated, number one. And we're starting off hot, like Slim Pickers like to say. Beanie Babies. Overrated or underrated? That's the first one on our list, so it's interesting.
Okay, so in the reselling world, I would say that we have all sort of shunned them, but there are good ones out there. Like, there are legitimately good ones. Now, personally, I haven't found a really good one because I do try to shun them usually, but there are like some Beanie Boos out there that I think most of us would kind of turn our head to, you know? In the reselling world, I think they're underrated. In the regular world of just random people, I mean, obviously they're quite overrated. I think, okay, I will speak for myself, but I'm sure I'm not the only one. When I first started, I don't know how I came upon the comps. We all know what the comps look like on eBay for some of these Beanie Babies. And it was just this crab. And then I went on Facebook Marketplace and found someone selling this crab for really cheap. And I was like, that seems fishy, but I'm going to buy it just in case.
It's in that bag, Dustin.
What?
The crab. The crab is in that bag.
Is it Claude? Claude the crab.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere. Don't dig through it because it'll make noise, but it's in that bag.
But I bought, they actually were selling a little lot of like 4 or 5 Beanie Babies, and I bought them, and realized quickly like that it was, you know, not really worth what I had seen on eBay. And so I tried to cancel my order, but they denied that and sent it. So I did end up selling them. I don't think really for a profit, but you know, I sold them.
That's good. So it's funny you brought that up, that crab, because it's been like we brought this up yet last week on the podcast.
Right.
But Dustin had bought the same crab at Goodwill, and he calls me. He's like, Ray, dude, I did it. I found the Beanie Baby that's gonna be like, I think it's like $2,400, man. This is it. The tag is misspelled. It's got the error tag. It's like, this is it. And we still have it. It's been like 3 years since he's found that.
Yeah,
gotta keep
it right now for $12.99.
$12.99.
Yeah, you gotta put like $4.99.
Yeah, we tried.
We tried to give away a Whatnot.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
No.
We tried a bunch of them up on Whatnot, and then no one wanted them.
Was a lot of 5 for like $5? That's what we did.
Yeah, and nobody wanted them. So.
Yeah, you gotta look for like the attic treasures is what I think they're called, Beanie Babies, and then some of like I can't remember what they're called, Pluffies maybe.
Okay.
There are a couple ones that do decent, but like the regular, you know, Beanie Babies from the 90s are not it. So
yeah. What about, so you mentioned Beanie Boos?
Yes, they do better than the ones from the 90s, but I can't, like, again, I've never personally sold one for like a whole lot. There's a few, you know, that are like $20, $30, but.
So for the people that don't know, this is what a Beanie Boo looks like. It's just like a stuffed plushie with like giant like plastic eyes. You have some, Dustin. There was some in your bag.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been one of Michael's.
Yeah, one of Michael. Yeah, it was.
He has some of the Marvel ones.
The Marvel Beanie Boos. Okay, those are probably some of the ones that are worth money.
I know.
Nah.
Yeah. No, they're not worth any money.
I don't think so, but I could totally. There's probably one.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. So yeah, Beanie Babies.
Baby one day.
So what?
It's hard.
So you ended up selling that crab for $12. You said.
5 maybe.
5. Yeah.
Plus shipping.
Gosh. Hey, we'll all learn. That's the rookie reseller mistake that everybody makes.
Mm-hmm.
The Beanie Babies and now the VHS tape.
I wasn't a rookie and I still made that mistake.
The Disney VHS tapes?
Oh, no. I'm talking about the Beanie Babies.
The Beanie Babies? That's funny. Joseph has a good question. They say, I got a question for both Karen and you guys. How can I start Instagram and get views? So you guys Karen keywords, or do you guys use shorts?
You know, I'm not really one to talk because I am just shy of 1,000 followers, I think. And lately, none of my reels have really gotten views, but I don't know. I'm kind of just doing it for fun. I'm not really trying to get a whole lot, you know. But
yeah, that's the goal. I think if you do anything, if you start anything like to try to get monetized, or I mean, no shame in that, of course, but just do it for fun, or else it's just going to seem like a job, right, Karen? It's like, and who wants another job?
Yeah,
I don't. Nope.
Not me.
So, but to better answer your question on that, I mean, create shorts, engaging shorts, and just if it's reselling content, I mean, I'm sure it's niche. You gotta have like a little bit of a niche. You can't just be posting just like, I don't know, just like random stuff all the time, right, Dustin? I mean, we kind of do that, but it's a little bit like more in the niche. My question is just to post. Yeah, well, yeah, have fun. Post, you know, if you're a reseller, post reselling content that's engaging, you know, maybe like ask a question, you know, and go on other people's things and just create engaging content. Just have fun with it. Show your personality. You know, someone that does have a big personality, Dustin, is our boy Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy.
No pun intended. Old school flips. Jimmy. Good to see you, Jimmy. Oh, you have 110 of what? Please don't say Beanie Babies. Because that would be terrible.
You should take those and burn them in the backyard.
Burn them in the backyard for sure. Grams and Pop says, I bought some and did so with the confidence a 10-year-old
A 10-year-old
in a cape. Sent them to Dave later. That the Beanie Babies or the Beanie Boos. I don't know.
It's got to be the Beanie Babies.
Like going to Goodwill hunts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do your thing. You guys make. Do you guys make? Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Just do whatever you like to do. Like
yard sales.
Yard sales. Yeah. Karen, what she does, things sell on eBay, right, Karen? And then you're just picking.
Yeah, just going and grabbing them and recording it. I personally don't like recording at the thrift stores. I love watching other people do it, but I just, like I said, I like to get in, kind of be stealthy and sneak out of the thrift store.
There you go. Yosef, do you have a current Instagram? If you do, let us know what it is. We'll make sure we follow you. We have Phil 5 Dime,
Hey,
Dustin.
I just want to pause like 7.
Maybe.
YouTube
Maybe. That might be it. He says, toss a lug nut on that van for me. There we go. Hey, we'll put your name on that lug nut there.
There we go.
So, Karen, if you don't know, every super chat that we get goes into our van fund to get a van for our reselling journey. So that's slowly building up. I think so. But all right, moving on, Karen. Number 2, overrated, underrated.
Donuts.
Donuts?
Yes.
Donuts.
Gosh. Overall in my life, I would say overrated.
Not a donut fan.
When I was a kid, I feel like I always got a stomach ache. But I don't know why. But now, I mean, we had a really good donut shop close to us, and they went out of business. So now I kind of, miss them, but you don't know what you have till it's gone, I guess, right? But
that's right.
I don't know. I would say overrated overall. I would rather have like cake or ice cream, or I don't know. There's a lot of things I would pick before donuts. So
Okay. So not a donut fan.
I wouldn't say I'm not a fan, but I don't know.
Okay.
I'm skeptical.
Right. Skeptical. As Ken SSK Pro says, "What's up with that lamp? You don't like the lamp? We'll turn it off just for Ken."
We're decorating in here.
Yeah. We'll turn it off just for Ken. See,
now our shirts.
Now we're just like really blending in.
Like,
Ken,
just stand here.
We decided to wear camouflage today. So $5. Yes, I got some today. $5 is a 12 out of 10. I got some today. Do you live in Nashville, Phil 5 Dime? I don't know if you do or not.
Or there's more $5.
It was your, yeah. Yeah, $5 donuts. So I lost my train of thought, Dustin. I don't know where we're going. But I forgot to play the super chat.
You got to play the video.
I got to do the video. So let's do. I don't have a new one for this, but I'll play the this one right here.
Showtime! Woo! 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 Silent and profiling.
All right. Thank you so much, Phil 5 Dime, for your super chat. We visit quite often. Oh, Paducah, Kentucky. Nice. Okay. We need a. We're.
There maybe?
I don't know. They said they visit quite often, so
okay.
We're going to take a trip to Owensboro maybe in October.
Yes, we are.
And we're going to look to purchase pallets in Bowling Green here in the near future.
Yes.
So Paducah is close. Slim Pickers. I want to say Slim Thugs.
Slim Shady.
Slim Shady. My first week of reselling, Ray, I'm going to start a series of videos with my Beanie Babies coming soon. Okay. I didn't know. Have you not been reselling long? I can't remember. So I personally, okay, Yosef says, I'll be personally happy you guys are Karen low-key and not famous, so I don't have to wait forever. You guys can't see it. You need to start your Instagram now if you haven't already done it.
Do it.
The best time is now, right, Karen?
Yeah, that's true.
What made you want to start you doing your reselling Instagram? Like, what brought that up? That's a great segue here.
Yeah. So really, I think when I kind of realized this is what I was going to be doing to try to make money as far as, thrift to flip, I kind of was like, this is going to be like half my personality now, and I'm probably going to annoy my friends and family on my regular Instagram account. So I should probably make a new one, and if they want to follow me there, they can. And if not, then I can still post stuff about my personal life on my other one. So that's
There you
really
go.
all it was. And, it's cool to have it all documented kind of and look back on it.
Yeah, I think it's cool too. So Jimmy was saying, he's talking to I'm a Reseller, and he says he's going to the reseller rally in Cincinnati. Dustin and I haven't talked to Dustin about this. So Ray, really, in the spring, we're shooting for the spring, Karen. So if you're available, we're going to try to have a Nashville reseller meetup. So that's
I like it.
it's in the books.
Springtime.
Like
April. Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot for April because I don't think we have any April birthdays. I know there's always something going on.
March and May.
Yeah, but I think that's what we're gonna shoot for, and I found the perfect spot, Dustin. So we don't have to pay or anything like that. So I'll be in your ear for that. So moving on, Karen.
Ryan's Buffet.
What's that?
Ryan's Buffet.
Not Ryan's Buffet. do you ever been to a Ryan's Buffet, Karen?
Never heard of it.
Okay, yeah. Don't ever go.
It's probably for the best.
It's for the best for sure. Moving on, Karen. See, this is what we do. We just kind of get on like random tangents and just kind of keep going. So, overrated, underrated. Number 3, the Goodwill bins.
I'm gonna say overrated. I feel like I'm gonna say everything's overrated, but I'm gonna say overrated. Lately, I have not had a good time there. I have found some good things there in the past. It's been a while, but I'm gonna say overrated because of just how crowded they are, and I don't know. Like, I could not be one of those people that camps out all day, and hangs out there. So I don't know. For me, it's hard because sometimes there are good plush there, but overall, I'm going to say overrated.
Overrated. So not a Goodwill.
Can't beat the prices though, but I don't know. I also am one who hates wearing gloves, so I don't wear gloves, but then I do get really grossed out. So I don't know. There was a diaper in there once, and I was... Yeah,
Oh.
I've never been the same.
Was it like used?
Not like, I'm pretty sure it was used, but it wasn't like.
It was like a little urine stain on
Yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't like,
yeah.
it wasn't terrible, but it was pretty bad. You don't want to
Okay.
touch it.
Okay, so yeah, it's it's a special kind of person that goes to the bins, right, Dustin?
Definitely special. Because what we saw the kids there just eating their lunch off the floor.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely
I
not.
ain't
Yeah.
I
no
would
way,
never,
not doing it.
could never
Nope.
take my kids there.
Yeah, so the mamas bring the kids, and they bring the lunch. Literally, they're like working 8 hours in there and bringing their lunch, and they're just kids are running around going nuts. But
Yeah,
I heard there's some good plush in there though, Karen. You
there
get
can be. I've found some good ones, but I don't know. Lately, I have been more bummed leaving than like excited, I guess. Lately.
Yeah.
So
Jimmy says what, and Ken says Nashville reseller meetup. I'm there. Yeah. So go ahead and put it in the calendar. April, we're gonna have a reseller meetup here in Nashville. We'll start doing that. But before then, I will be attending FlipCon next month in August. So if you want to meet your boy, I will be at FlipCon to come and say hello.
Are you going to bring that iPad stand so that way you can just
The what?
face the iPad like robot where you like just roll it and like I'm next to you? FaceTime. You know?
Like in the grocery store?
Yeah, you know what I'm
I'll
talking
be like,
about?
this is Dustin. And just bring like a plush and just have an iPad face on there. That's funny. Let's see here. Slim Flipper says, been at it a year. talking about the first week I was reselling, I bought 100. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's crazy. So Lunchables with a side of hepatitis, Dustin.
At the
At the bin. So exactly.
Just a little.
Exactly. Just a little. Just a tad. Sprinkle a little hepatitis on there, Dustin. So moving on. Number 4. Overrated, underrated.
Spider-Man.
So, like, I really, really want to say underrated, but I have not seen any of them since Andrew Garfield, I think. Like, I have seen none of the Tom Holland. I have seen none of the Tom Holland ones. I really loved Tobey Maguire back in the day. And yeah, I think at the time I was like, Spider-Man would probably be my favorite superhero. So I am still going to say underrated, but I feel really bad saying that I haven't seen any of the recent ones.
But you like the Tobey Maguire ones, though.
I do. Right? I don't know. I
like
think
those
that's
too.
kind of, I have a hard time like wanting to see newer ones.
They're good. Yeah. The new ones are good.
Are they?
The last one with all of them in it.
The what?
Yeah.
Oh, the cartoon ones?
No,
have you seen all those?
The last one with Tom Holland.
Oh, yeah. Were all the 3 Spider-Man in there? Spoiler alert. Yeah. They're all in there. Yeah. My favorite is the 3rd Spider-Man with...
Is that Venom in it?
With Venom?
Yeah.
What's the actor, Tobey Maguire, and he does that little dance? You know? And he gets like super, you know, because he has like the Venom in him. Yeah. He has emo Tobey Maguire.
That's great.
So, all right, moving on. And this is, I want to hear your opinion on this because I know that you sell a lot on this platform. Overrated, underrated, number 5, Facebook Marketplace. Karen.
I think in the reselling world, it's underrated because you can't beat the fees that Facebook has, which is like 5% or something. I think overall it's hard to sell top dollar items there, but I don't know. I do end up, like when I first started, and obviously my eBay account was brand new, I was selling way more on Facebook consistently. And yeah, so that for a while, that was kind of where I was mostly selling. And there was even a point a couple months after I started where I was like, why am I like, I might as well just delete my eBay. But, you know, everything kind of picked up and it just takes time, I think, to grow it. And Facebook's a lot more like beginner friendly, I think. So I don't know. And then the local pickups are nice because, you know, eliminate shipping and again, the fees, and then you don't have fees if you have someone pick something up. So I don't know. It's hard to get as good of money, top dollar stuff on there, but for plush like me, it's pretty great. So I would say underrated.
Okay. All right. Nice. So do you also ship? You know, like you use it to ship, not necessarily just, you know, like porch pickup or whatever.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I definitely ship. I would say it's pretty 50-50 for me based on like compared to, you know, who comes and picks something up versus I just ship it to them. So pretty 50-50.
Because I'm always scared to ship stuff
on
Facebook.
Why?
I don't know. Like, I feel like there's so many scammers on there. Like, you've never experienced that.
Okay. I have had people message me and try to get me to contact them outside of Facebook.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
I know that's a scam, but I have never had any issues. Like, I think I've had one person on Facebook who's like, I never got this item. And I'm like, all right, like open a case on Facebook. And then they just never did. But yeah, one time. And other than that, I like never have any issues.
Okay.
That's just me.
Okay.
I mean,
that's interesting. I've bought one thing off of Facebook. And that was a Lego set. And it was like dirt cheap. And it was like super expensive. So I'm like, okay, this is cheap enough.
Right.
Like if I got scammed, I'm okay. But the return, if it was like legit, it was worth it. And it ended up being worth it. So.
What was that Lego set?
It was a Republic gunship from the first because those are they're getting
Yeah.
Lego people love those.
Oh yeah.
And I don't have one in my collection, so I needed it, quotation marks. So, moving on, number 6 this is a good one.
King's Hawaiian Rolls.
I almost want to say overrated just because I have found some off-brand, I guess,
Ooh.
Hawaiian rolls,
What?
and
Great value.
they taste the same to me, but I don't know. That
I
could
didn't
just
even
be-
know there was off-brand Hawaiian rolls, Dustin.
Yeah, there are.
didn't know
There
that either.
totally are.
What's the best? And let me know, everyone in the chat. What's the best thing that you can do with a Hawaiian roll? Are you splitting it up? Are you making little sliders?
Oh, you got
Like, what are we doing? What are we doing with them, Karen?
I can tell you what we're doing with them. So the reason I buy an off-brand is I think Hawaiian rolls have like dairy or something, and we don't do dairy,
Oh.
so I had to find some without. But I have had I've had King's before, and I think they tasted the same. But you bake them, you split them in half, and you bake them with like ham and cheese, and then you pour it's been so long since I've done it, but it's like you make a sauce out of like butter and poppy seeds and like I don't know, it's a really good
Ooh.
sauce, like mustard, and
Yeah.
you pour it on top and bake it, and it's like these ham and cheese sliders you pull apart. So
Wow, that sounds
good.
delicious.
it is good.
Dustin,
great.
get-
Pizza
you,
ones.
we need to have.
Funny, though.
We need next time when we don't have a guest. We need to just make
do a cooking show.
do a cooking show, and we just eat on here. So, yeah, that sounds delicious. So it's funny that you say you don't do dairy, Karen, because my wife today, she gets on these like weird things, like a while ago she's like, I don't want to, I'm not gonna eat eggs anymore. I'm like, you really don't eat eggs now, but whatever. But anyways, now she's like, I'm not gonna do any dairy. I'm not gonna eat any dairy because I eat too much cheese or whatever. But so you guys don't do dairy at all? No cheese or anything like that?
Do you want me to out myself?
You do cheese?
We're a vegan household.
Vegan? I mean, that's fine.
Yep.
You know, if my wife could do it, if she didn't like, because you don't eat, vegans don't eat meat, right?
Correct.
Yeah, no animal products.
Yeah. So she's a meat eater, like 100%. Like her birthday dinner is going to be like, I want a big slab of red meat. Like that's that kind of girl, the meat and potatoes kind of girl. But if she could, she would go vegan, except for she loves steak too much. So, but there's a book that she read about what you're supposed to eat, like according to your blood type. And then for her blood type, she's like, I have to eat meat. So I don't know how true it is, but whatever. I digress, Karen. So moving on, overrated, underrated, number 7. And we talked a little bit about this. Yard sales.
I think I underrate them I think I personally underrate them because I'll go to like 2, and if they're garbage, then I kind of just, I don't want to say I give up, but like I kind of lose motivation to go to more.
It's discouraging for sure.
It is discouraging. Or, a lot of, like, I don't know, I'll just go to some and they won't have any like toys or stuffed animals, and I'm like, well, this is lame. But so I would say I underrate them because I do think like a lot of times you can find the best prices at yard sales, especially for toys and for stuffed
plush
animals.
especially.
Yeah, people, they don't really know what they're worth a lot of times. So I want to, I just haven't been finding good ones. So I don't know. I think they are underrated. I just haven't been into it this year.
Just got to keep on going.
Yep.
Just keep on chugging. Dustin and I, there'll be days where it'll just be dry. And then like
nothing.
the last yard sale, it's like, holy crap. Like we found like this.
And we should have came here earlier.
Yeah, we should have came here. It's always like, we should have came here earlier. But it's.
I do love them for stuff for our house, like furniture and stuff. Find some good things, but selling, I don't know. It's been rough, but
Yeah. And it's, Karen, you know, you say you've only been reselling for a year, but like the longer that you go and you learn from other resellers, you'll start noticing that it's like, oh, maybe they don't have any plush at this yard sale, but they have like a lot of glass, you know, and it's like, because that's a niche that I don't know anything about is glass, but I see people like Mikey Bags of Money and Sunny Las Vegas, and they're picking up this like crazy looking glass and all this like grandma stuff. And they're like killing it on Whatnot, like selling all this like grandma like niche stuff. Yeah, and it's just like, who is buying this crap? You know, just like a little like metal bird or something. You know, just
That's
like
crazy.
stupid grandma stuff. But yeah, but the longer that you resell, the more of of a knowledge that you're going to build to purchase things. And you don't sell any kind of clothing. I know that you said you started with like American Eagle jeans, but like
Yeah. I have a clothing pile, but it's very small. Like I'm looking at it right now. It's like maybe 10 to 15 articles of clothing. Like
yeah.
It's not I don't enjoy searching for it nearly as much as I do toys and stuffed animals. So
same here. It's just not. It just doesn't get our juices going.
It doesn't get the blood flowing.
It doesn't get
exactly.
Yeah,
It's
not like
fun.
finding. Grab that right there, Dustin.
This guy.
Yeah, not like finding this like Build-A-Bear, How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
It's fine
another
with that.
green item.
Another green.
Oh
display.
my gosh. So that's funny. We'll stick this guy right here. Why not?
Oh,
So
Blends
add
in
to
right
the green pile.
the green.
So all right, moving on. Overrated, underrated, number 8.
Number 8, the Barbie movie.
Okay, I'm going to. I really do want to see it, but I'm going to say I just had this conversation with a friend earlier today. Ryan Gosling, in my opinion, is so overrated. Like it's not even funny. Like I have never been like I hated The Notebook. The Notebook is overrated. So Ryan Gosling is very overrated in my opinion.
You don't like Ryan Gosling at all?
I mean, I don't have anything against him. I just think he's super overrated and like
You don't think he's a good actor?
I don't think he's as good looking as everyone
so
makes
it's the
him
good
seem
looking
like.
thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
as far as that goes. He might be a good actor. I don't know. I have a hard time watching movies that he's in, but I still want to see the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
And I do like Margot Robbie, so hopefully it's okay. But I don't know.
I wonder if Barbies, like certain Barbies, they'll the trend will peak because everyone sees the Barbie movie, and they'll want to pick up that Barbie. You know what I mean? Like when movies come out, certain things spike. That's the
Yeah.
one. I said peak. It's spike.
Spike.
But
Yeah.
anyways.
Well, the stock price was going up, so I think it's good time to sell them too.
Yeah. And then did you see what Margot Robbie was doing, Karen? In like every premiere in different cities, she was wearing what she was wearing was like a certain Barbie dress for like a Barbie doll, like in the past. So
Interesting.
yeah.
Cool.
So that's good publicity for sure.
Absolutely.
So all right. Grams and Pop says, starting with donuts, move on to Hawaiian rolls. 0 chance I'm avoiding carbs tonight. Eat those carbs now.
Eat them up.
Eat them up. Yosef says, I appreciate you guys getting me to start. Yeah, start that Instagram. Get that going. Barf and Belch Dragon Plush. I sold one of those about a year ago. Went quickly. So this guy will probably go on Whatnot at some point when we get enough plush to do another plush Whatnot.
Absolutely.
I know I picked up a life size. What was Melissa and Doug?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I guess.
Melissa and Doug
I've had some of those.
Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And
size?
yes, dude. It like stands up and everything.
That's creepy.
So I brought it in to my house, and I have a golden doodle, and I just like sat it there, and he goes around the couch and saw it, and he was like, he just like stopped in his tracks and was like, what in the world is that? So
That's funny.
You just put that in your front seat when you're driving.
I mean, my dog's usually in my front seat when I'm
We'll put
driving,
both
like
in
my
the
real
front
dog. So, anyways, all right, moving on. This is a great segue because we were just talking about Whatnot. Overrated, underrated, Whatnot, Karen.
I I will be honest, I have not dabbled in it at all. Like I've never even been every time I see people post for a show, especially with plush, I'm like, "Oh, I should go." And then I just like never have. So I like really can't speak to this at all. I want to. Maybe next time you guys do a plush show, I'll try to be there.
We've done one. We've done one, and we're it was a lot of experimenting because a lot of our whatnots have been like experimental. I've noticed that characters are the ones that you need to sell on whatnot. It doesn't matter like what if it's like a Marvel or like something
like
that's
Disney,
something.
Frozen,
But even if it's
like
Disney, if it's like a popular character, it's gonna sell.
Right.
Because we did have like good Build-A-Bears that didn't sell because they were like a bear or a sloth.
They didn't want, right.
But it was like if it's like a Build-A-Bear Hulk, that'll sell. Or something like this, that's gonna sell. Or of course like Jellycat, that's gonna sell like
So like Paw Patrol, stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like character themes, that's what's gonna sell.
Okay.
So
That makes sense.
yeah. So last one here, Karen, and we'll move on. Overrated, underrated. Go ahead, Dustin. Sorry, I stole your thunder.
Bears.
Bears?
Bears.
Bears. Yes.
How does Karen feel about bears?
Like the animal?
The animal, yeah.
Gosh. So vague.
Very vague. We're very vague
Yeah.
people
I
here.
don't know. I would say underrated, I guess. I don't know. I will say on our honeymoon we went to Yellowstone.
Oh, that's fun.
And I remember someone a few cars up when we were just driving had spotted I think it was just a black bear, but still it was a bear. And so both sides of the road were stopped. Like everyone was, getting out of their car, being stupid, taking pictures. And at one point the bear was really, really close to our car. And we couldn't move because everyone was blocking. I'm like, all right, we're going to die. But we didn't, thankfully. But, but it was cool. I mean, it was cool to see them. And yeah, I don't know. They're cute. I think as far as like plush toys go, they're definitely overrated. Like most, they're not really. I mean, there's always going to be good ones out there, but that's with everything.
Yeah, for sure. So, what's your favorite kind of bear, Karen? Are you a grizzly, polar, black bear, koala bear? Kind of rough with the koala bear. Are koala bears bears? Like legit bears? I think they're like marsupials.
I don't think they are. They're marsupials. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think pandas are probably my favorite.
Oh.
I had to pick one.
Panda.
The red panda?
No, just
regular pandas?
Yeah.
So the reason why we brought up bears, myself and Philly Flipper, another good reseller friend of ours, we do every Monday, we do a reseller draft where we pick different, things. Exactly. Speak of him and he will appear. So every Monday we do a show and we take turns. This week it'll be on Paul the Philly Flippers channel, and we draft different categories, and we have two guests. And this week we're doing bears, Dustin. Ooh. So not necessarily like we can do real bears or Pooh Bears or Yogi Bear. So Dustin, let me ask you, what is your favorite bear?
Number one.
Fictional or real?
The cocaine bear.
Cocaine bear, Dustin. Cocaine bear, Dustin. And there you go,
crazy.
Paul dropping the link right there. So Yosef does have another question. Did you guys, my comment, I did start my new Instagram. Just not, what's the name of your new Instagram, Yosef? Drop it down in the chat.
I think I saw it.
Did you? Is it my profile is sneakers, LOL? I don't know. Drop it down in there.
Sneakers.
Leaking pics. No, Dustin's not going to be on there. So, Cocaine Bear is a good one.
That out there. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. So, all right. So, Karen, thank you so much. Mexico just scored. Thank you so much, Brittany. What is the score? That's my wife.
Hey.
She is. I just want to do a small appreciation for my wife, Dustin, because as you can see, each Sunday, Karen, she comes in here in our new Nashville Flippers HQ, and she helps me ship all the whatnot orders from Saturday And so we had how many orders, Dustin?
81.
81 orders going out. And so she comes in here and she yells at me and tells me everything that we need to pull. So she's going to be on the new YouTube video coming up this week just for a little bit.
Okay.
So that's going to be
Do
fun.
we need to do like one show in the future, like Meet the Wives podcast?
I think so. Now that we have this,
Yeah.
yeah, agreed. He is overrated. Who is overrated? I don't know.
Talking
She
about
might be
you.
Ryan
behind.
Gosling, maybe.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. She might be a little bit behind. So, Cocaine Bear is first round worthy. He's
First pick worthy. What are
first
you
pick
talking about?
worthy. Okay. There we go. Yosef says his Instagram name is Thrifty All Day 87. So
Okay.
there you go. You and Karen like that name. I came up with you and Karen can add me. Perfect. Thank you so much, Yosef.
Awesome.
So, Dustin, do you have a tip of the day? Tip of the week. Dustin's tip of the week. Do you have a tip of the week,
I mean,
Dustin?
we've been talking about it all day.
Okay,
But
what you got?
If you're not on Whatnot, get on Whatnot.
Get on Whatnot. Get
It's
on
so
Whatnot.
underrated right now.
Karen, you need to get on Whatnot. I know it's a little slow in the beginning, but I think you're going to kill it on
You
there
can get that death pile going in a day.
in a day.
I don't have one.
Oh.
Well, we got a couple of them.
Yeah, we got several of them.
I do have plenty of stale inventory though, so
There you go.
And
There
see,
you
that's
go.
what I've been doing. Like,
And they'll sell.
absolutely.
People, we had one person buy how many items?
I think half our show.
Half our show, literally, like
Wow.
half of the
At
show.
least 30
Yeah.
items yesterday.
It was ridiculous. So,
That's awesome.
so Dustin's tip of the week is sponsored by our good friends over at stickerwise.com, the best place to get stickers as a reseller. So I know a lot of resellers have different stickers, and you go to stickerwise.com and use the code flippers. You're going to get 10% off your order. And Dustin, we're doing a special FlipCon Nashville Flippers sticker. So if you guys see me at FlipCon, I'm going to have a sticker for you, and that's courtesy of stickerwise.com. So we came up with a really cool design. It's on our Instagram, and check that out for sure. So Karen, this is everyone's favorite segment of the show. I hope that you're ready.
Uh-oh.
It's called Skip or Flip, where we're going to show you 3 different items that recently sold on eBay, and we're going to only show you the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And in your opinion, if you would skip it or if you would flip it, okay?
All right.
All right? And
Hopefully I don't
we're not
fail.
gonna leave you in the dark here. So the items that we're fixing to show you are kind of Karen related items.
I know nothing
So-
about them.
Yeah. So Dustin doesn't know anything about these, so Dustin can also answer. And the chat, let us know if you would skip or flip these items. So the first one that we have here, Karen, we have this little guy.
That's someone I would definitely look up. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Well,
Is that from the Crudes? What is that?
It does say, I don't know if you can read that tag, but
Uh-huh.
it says 1997 Whoopee Camp Co. Limited. And it says
All right.
not for sale on the other side of the tag.
Not for sale, Francis.
I mean, if I couldn't look it up for whatever reason, sometimes my phone doesn't work. I'm gonna say flip. I would take a chance on it, assuming it wasn't absurdly priced.
Okay. So what's the most that you would pay for this?
Probably, gosh. Without being able to look it up, probably $5.
$5. And how much would you think
Oh
that
my
it would
gosh.
sell for?
This is a hard one. It's either going to be worth $10 or it's going to be worth like 120. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I think I wouldn't pay more than $5 if I couldn't look it up.
Okay. Okay, nice.
I'm
nice.
hoping it's worth 100. That'd be cool.
All right. So you're buying it, spending at the most $5 and hopefully making how much?
Hopefully making $100, but
Okay.
we'll see. Maybe
All right.
maybe only 5.
So Dustin, what are we doing here? Did you see my computer screen
I
over here?
can't see because your boy Dragon's blocking. the
Okay,
screen.
all right.
So it's vintage. It's crazy to think that 97 is considered vintage now.
Oh, dude, Vintage is what? 20 years?
20 years.
Yeah.
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 It's crazy. But I'd pick it up for that Goodwill price, $2.99. It's
Okay.
gonna sell for $65.
Oh, okay. All right. Jimmy's saying $200. And Jimmy's a toy guy.
2,000.
2,000?
I
probably
retract
looked it up.
my
2,000.
I'm gonna
Interesting.
retract my amount.
I don't know. 2,000 is a
It's
lot.
selling for $1,199.
Oh, the Price is Right rules, Dustin?
Yes.
So,
One
all right. So, Joseph is saying flip. Lilac is flipping. I'm a resell, it says flip. And then Grandma Junie has a potty mouth.
Easy, Junie.
Crazy name.
What a name.
What a name. So, she's saying flip for sure. So, all right. So, Karen, this plushie here. Oh, and Ken's flipping. Ken, get with the program here, sir.
Everybody said flip, I think.
Everyone says flip. So, this plushie recently sold on eBay for $2,000.
Wow. Yep. They looked it up.
Jimmy definitely looked that up.
Hey,
Wow.
Jimmy just messages me personally.
Oh, did he?
On any, no, he didn't.
$200 or $2,000. So, this is a ultra rare Toomba plush doll from 1997. Do you know what Toomba is, Karen?
I don't think so.
Okay, so Toomba used to be a video game for the PlayStation. Kind of like it was popular at the time, but now it's kind of has like a cult following, and they're actually re-releasing the same game on the Switch or something like that. So that's kind of what
Huh.
jogged my brain. So you see this little guy Toomba. Make sure to pick him up, and I'll show you what I think it was also a cartoon, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. I don't know.
Huh.
So here we go right here. That's the Toomba. There was a Toomba 1 and a Toomba 2, and came out for the PlayStation way back in the day. I think it was one of the launch titles when it came out. So super interesting game, Karen. Do you play video games, Karen?
Not so much anymore, but when I was a teenager, sure.
Okay.
I loved that Simpsons Road Rage game.
Oh, yeah, like Grand Theft Auto for Simpsons. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a bolo for the GameCube.
Yeah.
So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. Jimmy says, sorry, won't cheat ever again. LOL. See, Jimmy? Come on now. Simmer down, Jimmy. Simmer down. I knew it was Toomba. Does that count for anything? It counts a little bit.
Nope.
Yes. Oh, Fox Kids. LOL. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Nice. Shout out to Fox Kids.
I never watched Fox Kids.
You were a Disney guy.
I was a ABC cartoon Saturday morning, watched Recess.
Recess?
And then the Nickelodeon.
Okay. I was a
That
Fox
was a-
kid.
Okay.
Beetleborgs, Power Rangers,
Mm-hmm.
Freakazoid. Was Freakazoid on Fox Kids? I don't know. All right. So, Karen, you ready for the next one? You're 1 for 1 right now, so that's pretty good
Yeah.
batting average. So, this is a good one. This is a good one for sure. So, let's see what we got here. Next one up. Dustin, don't look.
I can't see. I'm not looking.
Okay, don't look, Dustin.
Dragon Boy is over here.
Dustin's
blocking
over
my
here
view.
peeking. He's over here pulling the Jimmy. So, I'm just kidding, Jimmy. Oh, shoot. I almost gave you the...
I'm glad that TV screen's dead.
All right, here we go. We got our boy. Everyone knows who this is.
Yeah.
Grimace. There's the front, there's the back. Okay, so it says made in China. And it doesn't have a date on it.
No year.
No year.
Looks
I
fresh.
feel like right now that has to be worth something with the whole shake
Ooh.
thing.
The
Mhm.
Grimace shake.
I feel like it would definitely be worth a flip now. How much is it worth? Gosh, it'd be, I don't know. I am curious how old this one is, but I would say, I would have to guess, ballpark, random guess. I would say $50 for that.
Okay. How much are you willing to buy it for?
I don't know. I'm really like, without being able to look something up, I probably would never. I'm like so cheap. I don't pay a lot for things in general, but probably 5 again.
$5 Roonies. And
Yeah.
it's selling for over $100. What are we doing?
I'm gonna say 50.
50? Okay.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope more than that, but
Okay, nice. So for some reason, I don't know if you noticed, but Grimace has got like lipstick on this one. Grimace doesn't have any
He
lips,
does.
right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's
Maybe.
weird.
Almost got the Gumby lips.
The Gumby lips? Gumby doesn't have lips
He's
either.
got the red lips. Yeah, he does.
he
Gumby?
does.
Yes.
Wait, does he not?
Gumby
does.
does not have
Yes,
lips.
he does.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Ken would know. Oh, he does have lips.
I told
He has
you.
yellow
Yes.
lips. Okay. Anyways, shout out to the internet for always. Back in the day, Karen, if we would have had this argument, we would never
Never be able
settle
to-
it. So,
Uh-oh.
Anyways, so Grimace, flipping or skipping? Dustin, what are we doing?
I'll pick it up
Can you-
again for the Goodwill $2.99 price.
$2.99 price. How much you selling it for?
$68.99.
Ooh, okay. All
We're
right.
pretty close.
We're pretty close. Let's see what the people are saying. Shout out! It was his birthday. Have you seen those videos, Karen?
You guys cut out for a minute. What videos are you talking about?
The Grimace videos?
Oh, the like people pretending to die or something?
Yeah, it's super creepy. Have you
Yeah.
seen those, Dustin?
I
I've
haven't
seen
seen
'em.
the real one or the original ones.
I've had the shake. It didn't do anything to me.
Oh,
Turn it over.
is it okay? Yeah, what does it taste like?
I mean, like a birthday cake, kind of.
Was it good?
It was good. A
Okay.
little sweet.
A little sweet.
Liking,
A little
but
sweet. Okay. So Ken is flipping. Grandma is flipping. Let's see here. Lilac is flipping, but probably under $20 profit.
Huh.
Okay. So Karen, you flipping, right?
I'm flipping.
She's
Right
flipping.
now, it has to be worth something.
Okay. All right. So our boy Grimace recently sold on eBay for $720
$720.
at bids. So this is a vintage McDonald's Grimace plush toy in excellent condition, and it's 8 inches long. Dustin, you seem like you're very thought-provoked over there.
Well, if it had a date on the tag.
It doesn't have a date on tag, so we don't know.
Yeah.
And it was, I always like to see the bidding, like, see this person, I hope they won because they kept bidding, and it looks like they lost. So, interesting.
Gotta be
This,
quicker
this
than
may
that.
be a shill bid. It looks like it might be shill bids,
Uh-oh.
you know, because doesn't that the number next to it mean the what am I trying to say?
Feedback?
The feedback, right, Karen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should.
So that's hard.
Huh.
What do you think about that? Well, Karen, with the shill bidding.
I don't know. What do you mean? Like the
Well, like some person, some people say, like with Beanie Babies, you see the Beanie Babies comps, and they're fake because it's either like money laundering
Yeah.
and people are bidding up, like shill bidding. So I don't know if that was like a legit price or not. Now that I'm looking at it, so
You want to look
I
up the
mean,
other
I don't know.
yeah, so
Auctions are always weird. You never know.
yeah, you never know. You never know.
Because we could be like, say like, hey, Dustin, bid on my item right
Exactly.
here. Try to get the market up.
Try to get the market, but still, and this is what I was talking about before. With so let's say Dustin has a credit card, right? And he needs like a quick loan, but he can't go to the bank and get a quick loan, or the interest rate is too high, but your credit card interest rate is lower than what you would get at a bank.
Yeah.
So you would put up something on eBay, and you would put it on there or I would put something on eBay.
Yeah.
For 2,000, say you need a loan for like 10 grand,
Right.
and you buy the item for 10 grand, and I give you the money. So your credit card, the money on your credit card is now liquid cash that you need to do something with, that you can pay it off slowly on a lower interest rate that you would go
True.
like in a bank.
That makes sense.
I'm sure a lot of people do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's legal, but I'm sure a lot of people do that.
What if I could,
So
can you go in on your own eBay and purchase your own item?
I don't think so. I don't know if that's a thing. So, yeah. All right, moving on. Last
'Cause you
one.
can watch your own item.
Really? I didn't know you could do that. All right, moving on. Last one, Karen. And we're at an hour. We okay to keep going, Karen? I know it's your
Yeah.
birthday. Okay.
My Wi-Fi is acting up a little bit, so if I don't answer for a minute,
Okay. All right.
but we should be okay.
All right. So last one here, Karen. This is a good one. We have our boy Black Santa.
Oh my gosh.
Our definitely vintage. We got our boy. Look at that.
Got the rosy
Rosy cheeks with the nice little. This looks like one that would dance, Dustin, like move its hips around.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's the case or not. So there we go, right there. It is holding a bottle of some sort. I can't make it out. Could be.
Is this
What do
Coca-Cola?
you
Milk
think?
bottle.
Like
hopefully.
a milk bottle, Coca-Cola bottle.
Is this a vintage Coca-Cola Santa?
What does it say? It says Rushton Co. The Rushton Co. on the feet.
I feel like I heard of them.
I think those are good, but I think that's a good thing. I mean,
I don't know.
it's
So what are
not
your
sa-
thoughts? What are we thinking about here, Karen?
I would definitely give that a second look. Yeah, especially with that vintage face. How much is that guy worth?
This looks like Ken SSK promo when he does the Santa.
I can see the resemblance.
Like, yeah, this is Ken. Is this your cousin?
Is it Cousin Ben?
Cousin Ben.
The only reason I'm second guessing this is because in my mind I'm like, would you really choose 3 flippable items to put in this podcast show?
Yes, he would. Yes,
But
he
I'm
would.
gonna.
Absolutely.
I would say I would have to. If this was the first one, I would say flip.
Flip.
And I'm gonna guess. What am I gonna guess? I keep wanting to guess like $100. I'm gonna guess $85.
$85.
I feel like
And
that's low, but
How much are you purchasing this for?
I would probably pay 10. I'll up
Pay
it a little.
10. Hopefully it's selling for 85.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay. So Dustin, what are we doing with Blanta here?
Got a lot of people saying flip right now.
But what is Dustin saying?
I'd probably get this for myself.
Oh, so Dustin has a weird, strangely scary collection of Santas.
Yes, from our
For-
handed down.
From who? Your great grandma?
Yes.
And they're like
No, my grandmother.
your grandmother. And they're like 2 feet?
Got a skinny one, got a chubby one, got a mid-sized one. Got a bunch of them.
But you put them like in weird places and around
spots
the
of
house.
Yes, and I like to move them around sometimes.
It's so weird. Like literally, like the skinny one looks like Waluigi skinny, like oddly misshapen skinny. So
It does.
you need to add this one to your collection.
Yes, I do.
So how much are you purchasing?
It's the Coca-Cola bottle for me. I'd pay $5 to $7 for it.
How much are you?
$2.99.99.
Oh my, get out of here! So cheap. All right, let's see what the chat is saying. We have Agent Omelet.
It's
Flip.
Agent Omelet.
Omelet. And then Grandma is flipping, and Lilac is saying 400, and I'm always super wrong. You might be right this time. And Ken is flipping, and Joseph is saying, "Why are you always wrong?" Hey, we don't know. She's probably right. So $10 would pay $150,
Where at, Jimmy?
and then Ken buying for $5, selling for $100. So this flip him all the way. Slim Flipper says. So, all right. So here we have this Santa Claus recently sold on eBay for $699. Isn't that what you said?
I said $2.99.
He's looking. So, so what do you think? 3 good ones in a row, Karen.
I mean, hey, the psychological part of my brain wasn't sure, but I'm glad I picked flip on all of them.
Next week when I might just switch it up and pick duds,
skips.
all duds. So
I'm gonna start doing like a tally, and if we have less than 10 skips at the end of the year, you got to buy me that Santa.
Oh, well, the Santa already sold. So this
There's
is
another one out there.
Oh, for sure. So this is a rare vintage Russian Coca-Cola African American Santa plush
It was a Coca-Cola bottle
with the white boots. So
Wow.
the white boots. I didn't catch the white.
the white boots because they're
Thinking
usually wearing black
black
boots.
boots.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
about it. Even more
Yeah.
rare.
Oh wow, that makes a lot of sense though.
Why's he gotta wear white boots?
He's stylish,
Yeah,
man.
he is.
He's stylish.
They're fresh, like Air Force Ones.
Fresh
on
to
here,
death.
on 'em.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Karen, thank you so much for playing Skip or Flip. That was fun, right? We learned a little bit. We learned a little bit today, right? So, all right, Karen. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Thank you all. Thank you so much for coming on. We always like to end the podcast with goals. What kind of goals does Karen, aka Treasures of Gold, have for this coming year as a reseller, personal life? Like, let us know. What are we doing? Is your room gonna expand into this huge plush amazingment?
It might. So this is actually our guest bedroom. I've had someone stay in this room before. There's a bed. And it does have a pretty big walk-in closet that's just full of junk, like our own junk. We would like to clean it out and kind of move some reselling stuff in there. I don't know if that's a goal that we're actually committed to. But I don't know. I would say from like a financial perspective with eBay. Well, okay. So I just recently started buying my shipping labels on eBay instead of, I was doing pirate ship for a really long time. I don't really know why. And then I kind of realized that the price is like really the same if you just buy them on eBay. And then you can obviously, when you get paid, it's a little more realistic of what you're actually making. But anyways, I think one of my goals for this year would be to hit like probably, so you get paid every week on eBay. Last year during the holidays, I was really close to hitting $1,000 for one paycheck.
Oh, nice.
And I didn't quite hit it. So I think that's one of my like financial goals as far as eBay goes. I just want to hit it one week. And I mean, really, it's just going to take one good plush or something, to make that happen. But so that's probably not really a difficult goal. But yeah, in our own house, we are working on a library. We're kind of building like a secondhand library. So if I do go to the Goodwill bins, I usually try to find like vintage books or just cool books. And we have like this sunroom that we're like remodeling a little bit. And I found a couch at a thrift store that we have already for it. We have to fix up a few things, but that is one of our goals, I think, for the rest of this year is this library. And one of my personal goals is to make most of it all secondhand. Like all the bookshelves and bookcases are going to be like Facebook Marketplace or thrift stores. So
That's
kind of
awesome.
a secondhand library. So there's, I guess a little bit of both personal and reselling goals.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, Karen, if you had enough inventory, you could hit 1,000 on Whatnot in one show.
Oh,
on Whatnot.
Gotta do it.
You gotta do it.
Get
So,
Whatnot going.
The shipping sucks.
Maybe.
That's the only thing. So.
Oh yeah. Maybe next year that'll be my goal.
There you go. So yeah, those are great goals for sure, Karen. So yes, thank you so much for coming on, guys. Make sure you follow Karen on her Instagram, Treasures of Gold, and you have your eBay also linked there. So make sure to go to her store and shop some cool plush. So yeah.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on, Karen.
I'll do a giveaway at 1,000 Instagram followers probably. I don't know what, but I'm pretty close. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Beanie Babies?
We'll see.
Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
Just give them all away. Yeah. Awesome. So, Karen, again, thank you so much for coming on. We do really appreciate you. And thank you, everyone, for listening to This Week in Reselling. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to the podcast. Leave a 5-star review. Let us know, guys. Come over to the YouTube. Say hi to us. Look at Dustin's pretty face.
Yes.
And yeah. So anything else for the people, Karen?
No, just, okay, I say no. I would just say if you're newer to reselling, like I said, I've only been doing this for a little over a year. Really all you got to do is start, and you will make mistakes at the beginning, and you will buy things that you will never sell, but it's part of learning. So yeah, just if you want to try it, just do it. Nike.
That's awesome. That's a good way to end the show for sure. So guys, thank you all so much. My name is Ray.
My name is Green Screen D.
Green Screen Dustin. And this is Karen. So thank you so much for coming on. Thank you everyone joining us in the chat this Sunday evening. And like always, we will catch you guys on
The flip side.
There you go. Take care and God bless. Peace.